20 band graphic equalizer. It was made in 1984 and it's just developed a problem in that we've got some hum coming out of the output stage. Now my first suspect straight away is the capacitors on the power strip, so I'm going to get them changed. Now, I've been lucky enough to find, excuse this beeping, I've been lucky enough to find the service manual for it. It's online, so I can get cracking and get those caps changed on the power strip. I can't really seem to be any other fault. It definitely on the oscilloscope getting a 60 Hz buzz going through the output stage. So straight away my first suspect, as I say, is the caps. Just silence this a minute. It's a keychain. So I'm going to get cracking on that with that in a minute, and I'll get the lid off and I'll show you what the problem is. I'm not going to bother even with it. I'm not even going to bother with the SR test because it's just a waste of time. So I may as well just go in there, delve in, and change the capacitors, the main driving capacitors for the power strip, the power board. And it's wise anyway of a unit that's nearly 30 years old to change the caps. You know, it is a vintage unit. I've had this thing for years and it's never given me any problems whatsoever. It's got fantastic sound. But I want to get these caps changed and get it working to the way it should be. A bit of a focus problem there. I want to get it working the way it should be because I want to use it on my analog synthesizers, so I can monitor my output that's going to go to the recording stage. So I could do with getting this fixed the way it should be. So I'll get right onto it now. I'll get the top cracked open. Right, well, straight away I found out what the problem is. As I suspected, it was a power fault. This cap here, the 16 volt one, looks like it's vented and burst. There. So I'll go ahead and get that changed. So that was what was causing the hum through the speakers. And this is the front of the unit, by the way. It's in pretty damn good shape for its year. I mean, it makes no difference. 30 years old now. And, you know, it works perfect apart from that small problem. It's an LED display, not LCD. So you've got on the display there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 10 strips of 9 LEDs, 10 bands of 9 LEDs. So you've got 90 LEDs there. Just 20 band, 2 times 10. There's your sockets there for your monitoring, your tape and line inputs. Yeah, it is in good. I've kept this in good condition. I mean, I've had this for years, and like I say, it's never been any trouble. It's just that capacitor there needs changing. Get a zoom in. There you can see. It's vented quite badly actually. So I'll get that changed. And to do that, what I have to do here is just undo these 3 screws. One there, one there, and undo this transistor, which is screwed down to the board with some thermal grease. Get them unscrewed, take that cap out, put a new one in. I have looked in my parts box and I've got some 16 volt caps. I think it's 1000 microfarad. So we'll get that done. I've got some 1000 microfarad caps. Let's take a look. Top tip, keep these things bloody organised because it makes life a lot easier. – 16 volts, 1000 microfarad, just the job. There we go. That's the one it's going to be replaced with. And it's, you know, it is a bit smaller than the one that's in, but that's probably because it's more modern. I mean, at the end of the day, that the orange cap there, I think it's a Sanyo. It's like, you know, touching 30 years old, so it's served me well, so I'll get that done now. Right, well there's a power PCB unscrewed. And we've got a 6 volts plus 6 volt output there and a plus 12. No, sorry, no it isn't 12, it's 24. 24 volts. Right there. And I looked underneath this cap, by the way, and the solder trace is cracked as well, so obviously it's vented and the goo, that's the electrolyte that's inside there, is dripped down and cracked the solder joint, so easy enough repair. So I'll get on with that in a minute. I'll just show you that on the rest of the unit. I wish, in all honesty, I wish things like were built like this today, because repairing these things is quite easy. But with the newer stuff, you know, it's just things are just plonked all over the blinking place. But when I've got this fixed, I'm going to be using it on my synthesizers, my analog synth, mainly for monitoring the output, so I can get a a visual feedback of the sound levels and adjust things accordingly. It's pretty much immaculate in there, apart from that problem. And it's still got the serial number on as well. You can see that. What does it say? Five 5336235. Made in Taiwan. I thought this was quite funny, this warning message. To prevent electric shock, do not remove cover or back. Pilot lamp soldered in place. Right, what does that mean? There isn't one. Okay. Well, the transformer is a fuse type, it's a sealed one. So I think what else I'll do at a later date is put an inline fuse on there to protect the circuitry in that, and basically to protect the transformer itself. Would be a good idea, I think, on the mains. This mechanical power switch, quite common with 80 stereo gear, having the mechanical like that and long reach arm on. But all the equalizer faders, they all snap into place. You can go in between the snaps, but to make things easier, they do snap into place. So I'll get my soldering iron out and get that thing changed. Then I'll power it up. Maybe plug my mini disc or CD player into it so I can show you the front and how it lights up. So I'll be back in a second. Right, for this job I'm using my 12 volt iron. Can't find my mains one, doesn't matter anyway. Let's get this thing took out. Basically just drop your soldering iron on the back, give it a bit of a wiggle, and out it comes. And you can see the difference. There isn't really a great difference in size. Not really. I don't think that'll matter too much anyway. It's the same value. Right, let's get them traces cleaned up. Tiniest bit of flux on there. thing you must make sure of when you put new capacitors in, I'm sure you're aware of, is make sure they're the right polarity. Because I tell you something, these things blow up. And if your face is near them, your face is gone with it as well, trust me. So you've got to be very careful. Not so much the low voltage caps that do too much damage, but you know, the high voltage ones, the 250 and above, you have to be very careful. You can see on the bottom of the, I don't know if you can see on the bottom of the trace there is a positive marker. That's it, that's it. Just got to solder the back in. There we go. She's in. Just got to snip the terminals off now. Put the top back on and test her out. Right, there's a completed job. A new cap's been soldered in, so I've screwed the transistor back down and put some more thermal paste on there to make sure that doesn't overheat. And I'm just going to test it now through my old TEAC amp. Absolute gem of an amp, this. And I'm testing it with my core Chaos Pad 2. So here goes, let's go for the switch on. Yep, we have power. Yep. I've plugged them into the back, into line 1, so see if we get any sound now. Perfect. Excellent. Right. These are just beats stored on my Chaos Pad. Obviously for copyright reasons I don't want to go playing full songs. It's working a treat. Okay, thanks for watching the video. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments box below. And hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.